Hey, what's up everybody? This is D with Kickin Bass TV. Today we're out here in Denver in one of our metro area lakes getting into some largemouth bass today, not too bad a size. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button down below and stay tuned. Thanks. Alright guys, so today we're out fishing at a few different lakes. We started up in the Broomfield area, then we worked our way down to Denver where we've been having some success in the last few days. And we are throwing that red craw imitation lipless crankbait again. And we've been throwing a handful of other things like some spin baits with some trailers and this and that. Haven't had any success on any of the finesse fishing or anything like that, so we're still getting hit on this red crankbait. Sure enough, second or third cast out at our spot down here in Denver, and we got our first bass of the day on there. This one had a bit of a strange defect where it looked like the left side of its jaw had not quite developed evenly, as you can see head on right here. But decent sized bass nonetheless. Came in at 1.97 on the scale, and we went ahead and got a clean release, put it back into the water, and as you can see, it headed straight back over to the corner by that weed wall. After that, we went ahead and threw one out to the left side of us here, and usually it's predominantly a trout pocket from what we've noticed recently, but you never know. In a fishery like this that does have trout for the bass to feed on, you can have some success throwing larger swim baits, specifically trout ones. Didn't happen to have one with me today, or I had tried it out, but for those of you that are into throwing large swim baits, this would be a great location to try that 6 to 8 inch trout swim bait on. There's not a lot of cover in this spot, not a lot of places for it to get snagged, so a great spot to just slow roll one of those Huddlestons or something like that along the bottom. And this one was just a little stalker trout, about 11-12 inches, so we went ahead and tossed him right back out. After that, we headed over to West Lake in Wheat Ridge. This is a spot that I've been coming to since my middle school, high school days, but they haven't stocked this lake since probably 2007, 2008. And not only that, but the water level is considerably lower than it was when I graduated high school. And matter of fact, there's an entire area of old dried up lake bed that you can walk on the south end of this lake. But there are still bass in here, you just have to find them. And we generally have success using finesse baits like trick worm or a green pumpkin craw. But today we decided to try the crankbait, and I saw that this guy came up and missed the first strike, so I kind of just stalled out right here, and lucky he hit it again and we pulled him up. And while we did catch a 3.5 pounder here last October, for the most part they don't get that big here, and I think that's generally because they don't have anything to feed on with it not being stocked, and there only being things like craws and perch and bluegill. But this guy wasn't too bad. We threw him on the scale, came in at 1.55 pounds. We went ahead and put him back in the water and got him a clean release. This particular area of the lake is more or less just a little finger or cove, but as you can see, there's a considerable drop off about 2 feet out from the shore, where it goes from about 6 to 10 inches of water to about a 3-foot drop straight out, and that can be another area where bass will tend to accumulate. And what they'll tend to do is, more often than not, just suspend in areas like that. Sure enough, hit us again in the same spot that the first one did. Unfortunately, he came off, but we did slow that down and zoom it in so you can see when he popped off, and he kind of kicked the lure back at us with his tail here. But not too bad. Although that was disappointing, we did have a pretty good multi-species, multi-lake day. Got out, got some fresh air, and had some fun. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. As always, the best way to support us here at Kickin Bass TV is to hit that subscribe button down below. Until next time, I'm D with Kickin Bass TV.
Subscribe!